Hey there, my name's Alex Ashleman, and I've been playing around with some ideas and thought that I might share a few of them. When you speak, there's a lot that's going on. And when people suggest that you change the way you speak, there's often a lot of resistance to that change, right? Have you ever had someone tell you, you need to stop speaking this way and do this so you can be an effective communicator? And other people, oh, well, you just come across in such and such a way. And I don't know about you, but I know me personally, whenever someone tells me something like that, I absolutely hate it. And I basically just want to stiff arm them in the face and say, screw it, I'm not doing this, and walk away. That's normal. And there's a lot that goes into it. So first, when you speak, you're doing a lot. If you want to use the current business jargon, you have a lot of plates spinning. When you speak here, let's just kind of go through a quick, not complete inventory. When you're speaking, you are engaging muscles in your chest, muscles in your abdominal area. Even, for some of us who are really attentive or have been trained classically, muscles in the small of your back. While that's going on, you are inhaling and exhaling while speaking. You're also regulating that breath, making sure that it doesn't go in and out so you don't hyperventilate. In addition to that, you are engaging all of the muscles of your face to make expressions, to look things, to communicate. Oh, and while we're on the topic of communicating, you are picking words generally out of thin air. Syntax, grammar, the context of the words that you're going to use are all bouncing around at the same time while your muscles are working, while you're making expressions, and you're playing with your breath, and you're using intonation and energy, and you are using your tongue to create your consonants and to help shape your vowels. Your lips are actually coming into play, shaping the way that your vowels sound. And if you're like me, you may also be waving your arms around and gesticulating to create gestures, all in an effort to say, hey, how's it going? All of that's going on every single time you open your mouth to speak. And what's really cool is it's completely natural. We all know how to do this. And we all do it like that. You don't have to think about it. With that autonomy and that automatic comfort that we have and all those things that we're juggling comes a lot of identification. My voice sounds like my voice. This is my voice. No one else has it. And when you tell me to change the way I speak, you are telling me that I'm not enough, or that there's something wrong with me, or that I need to change something. And I'm going to react to that. What I'd like to do is work with you, if you're interested, if that sounds at all familiar, with getting that judgment out of the way. What I want to do is help you recognize that it's okay. The way you speak is perfect. It's fine. And if someone says you should change it or you have to change it, they're coming at it the wrong way, quite frankly. As I get triggered over here, like, ah. We have picked up all of these subconscious patterns. We have learned the way we talk by watching things our whole lives. Your speech patterns, your facial communication, the gestures that you use probably came from a mixture of your parents, your favorite TV show, superheroes, or whomever you liked to watch when you were growing up, your favorite teachers, the ones that make you cry looking back because they believed in you and they were passionate about their subject and somehow made you like math and love math. They come from your best friends that you spend time around. Ever notice that you start imitating your friends when you hang out around them a lot? You don't even notice it because you subconsciously pick up their patterns and you say, this is part of who I am. My friends are part of me. It can also come from negative phrases. I personally know a lot of people who were told when they were younger, you don't have a singing voice. You can't sing. You shouldn't sing this way. Your voice isn't made that way, so you should sing this way instead. But from a negative place. And these people now won't sing. Like, they'll sing on their own. They'll sing in the shower. But because they can hear that negative voice, probably from a teacher or an authority or someone they respected in that field, they just can't now. Because every time they try, they feel judgment inside. What I want to do is create something where you learn to accept that. If you were like me growing up, you had a lot of judgments just completely all the time rattling around in your head. Gosh, I sound funny. Oh my gosh, why did I choose that word? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why this? Why that? There's this little voice inside your head that's just always going, and it's always talking. At least if you're me younger, and sometimes now. Like right now, I'm like, why am I saying all these things? This is stupid. And what we usually do is we try and push that voice away. We try and shut it down and say, shut up. Or we listen to it and say, oh, you're right. I'm worth nothing. And we just deflate ourselves. I want to give you your power back. Your voice and the way you speak and the way you communicate is powerful. If you can speak up, you are going to change people's minds, not because you're trying to convince them, but because they see it connected in you. They see you are so convinced and so sure of what you are saying that they can't help but be drawn to it. Why should I try and go convince my boss in something that I believe? Why should I try and learn the right way to communicate to the boss to convince him or her that my idea is the best? Because then when I go to talk to them, all they're going to see is, well, Alex obviously went to this seminar because he's doing this, and this. And frankly, that turns me off because he's trying to sell me on something. Screw it. I don't want to listen. As opposed to just walking in and saying, I've got something here that I'm really passionate about. Let me tell you about it. I know it's not all going to sound formal and correct, but this is why I believe it's the thing we need to do with our business. Imagine coming from that place at work. Imagine coming from that place with your friends. Do you ever feel like they just don't listen to you or they don't care? What if that's because you're discounting yourself before you even open your mouth? And then you're reinforcing the fact that you're discounting yourself because, well, I have this idea and I think it's really cool. So, maybe we could go do this instead? And you're conveying that you don't believe in yourself. What if you could just go in and say, I believe that this would be the best way to spend our night. We should go get pizza here. Forget this place. We always go there. Let's go here. They're going to pick up on how passionate you are rather than the fact that you're trying to put on an air, or you're undermining yourself as you speak. So that's what I want to do. And would love to work with you either individually or if there's interest in groups. I do have 2 children. I would like to make this my full-time job because I am so excited about the potential of unlocking the energy in people that and the ability to just be comfortable with yourself. And what really kicks me when I think about that is I have kids. I want my kids to grow up knowing that they are okay. I don't want them growing up with this constant barrage of self-sabotaging, undermining thoughts that are going to inhibit them and keep them from being able to communicate effectively in the world. Look at Martin Luther King Jr. Look at every single person as my brain completely freezes and I forget every other orator that I've fallen in love with in the past. It's okay. I got one out, okay? Look at him, though. He's not trying to convince anyone. He is so firmly planted in what he believes that he just wants to get it out there. So that's what I'd like to teach you to be able to do. Not to change your voice, not to do all these extra things, not to put on a mask. I want you to realize that these techniques are things that you can choose to do if you're comfortable with them, and then just apply them and see what happens. If you're interested, send me an email, reply here, look me up on Facebook. I'm going to be honest, I haven't fully figured out how I'm going to get this out. So details will be in the description in a minute. but as of the time of this recording, they're not there. So it's coming slowly. Respond here. Whenever I put something down here underneath me, then use that information. But I honestly can't tell you what that's going to be yet. All right, thanks for spending the time to listen to this, and I look forward to speaking with some of you. All right, take care.